Hi, my name is Danielle, and on my other social media platforms, I recently announced that I'm going to be participating in NaNoWriMo for the first time this year, drafting my very first novel. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it's National Novel Writing Month that happens every year in November, where a ton of writers come together and work towards a goal of 50,000 new words. In my time preparing for Nano, I went down the YouTube black hole like one does and found a lot of awesome creators, and one of the things that I saw over all of their platforms was to document the experience. Some who have published novels already and they didn't start recording and documenting that process until their second novel, and some who did it from the very beginning of the books that's going to be their debut, and some who have never published a book, whether it be traditionally or independently. So with that, they didn't say you had to do a YouTube video. They said you could journal, you could do whatever. But for me, I really like having videos to look back on. So I am going to be documenting my journey with writing my first novel, and it's going to live here on YouTube, and it's going to be a place for me to come back to and to look back. And even if nothing happens with this book, I have documentation of it. I'm really excited about that. So with documenting my first ever novel, I decided to do the work in progress tag that I found on YouTube as also a way for me to do a non-spoiler announcement of what I'm doing for NaNoWriMo. So I grabbed some questions off the tag that I've seen other creators do. I'm gonna put the tag in the description if you want to check out some other videos. There's a lot of really good ones. So the first question is your working title. I don't really have a working title. I've just kind of been referencing it in my brain and even on the Nano site as the halfling. That's pretty indicative of what it might be about a little bit. Question number 2, idea that the book came from. So my whole book idea actually came from creating my main character, and my main character is from a D&D campaign that me and my partner are with some friends, and it's our first campaign and we have had such a blast. And when I was creating my character and our DM was like, make sure you have a backstory for your character. It really allows you to step into that character really well and really be able to role play well. And as I was creating this character and the backstory for this character, it all just kind of spurred out. The whole idea just kind of, I remember not being able to fall asleep one night and I just like wrote a whole trilogy idea based off this character. No, I don't think this is going to be a trilogy that I'm going to attempt, but that's kind of where it came from. Question number 3 is the genre. I'm writing what I know, and that is young adult fantasy, and we'll see if I actually can write it. I've never attempted to write a fantasy before, but I love reading young adult fantasy, so it just felt like a comfortable genre, and we'll see what happens. Question number 3, a 1-sentence synopsis. I prepared these questions in advance and I have them written down, but do I have a 1-sentence synopsis? Not really. I think what I could say is a half-elf who has had to hide all her life finds solace in a found family. You've probably heard that before, but yeah, that's kind of the gist. Question number, I don't know what question number I'm on, 5? Yes, 5. Will this be self-published or traditionally published? Let's get through the manuscript first. I'd love to traditionally published, but this might just be a novel for me. It might not even ever hit any kind of shelf. The next question, other books I would compare it to. I've kind of been comparing the vibe I want from it with like Throne of Glass meets Lord of the Rings. The adventure aspects from both, some of the magic, but not really. It's good Mod Podge, and I love, I've never read Lord of the Rings, I've just seen the movies. I know, but I have read all of Throne of Glass and I loved it, and I've seen all the movies and they're great, and I love the vibe that comes from Lord of the Rings. All right, question number 8. What or who inspired me to write this book? Like I said, the inspiration came from, the actual idea came from starting a D&D campaign, but just writing in general, I think I've had it on my yearly goals that I set for myself to write a book for the last like 3 years. I've always wanted to write, and my many blogs that I have started and then eventually stopped are another level of that, but I've always wanted to write ever since my 2nd grade teacher said that I had a voice that mattered, and a 4th grade teacher who, when I turned in a story that was like a Cinderella spinoff, was like, hey, this is great. So I've always wanted to write, and I just haven't. So I was like, you know what, I am gonna make a decision and I'm gonna do it. So that's why I'm writing this novel. Question number 9. What else about your book might pique reader interest? I really want to try and be inclusive in my writing. Yes, I have a 17-year-old girl as the main character. Yes, I know it's a trope. It is what it is. But she's not gonna be perfect, and she's honestly, I see a lot of myself in her as I've been writing it. And so I really hope to be able to continue that. And I hope to like show that she's not perfect, and the whole idea of like someone is granted magic and then can do something immediately with it and is more powerful than the people who have been around forever. That's fun, but that's not what I'm writing. And there's also gonna be maybe some like espionage elements, some like secret society elements. As of right now, at least, I am mostly plotted, not really. But yeah, so that is my work in progress, writing in progress tag, and what I'm going to be drafting during Nano. My hope in trying to stick with the whole idea of documenting this journey, I'm going to put up a weekly vlog about my week and how it goes and kind of my word counts and everything, because I am trying to hit 50,000 words for my first novel in a month. And if you aren't in the nano world, that's almost 1,700 words a day, which is a lot. So it's gonna be great. I am gonna be trying to do a weekly vlog just to document this journey for me, and it's definitely not gonna be fully drafted in November, so my hope is it continues after that. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Did I do that right? Awesome. But thank you for watching this talk about my nano novel that I'm going to be drafting. Have a great day.